Hi there, everybody. Welcome back to another one of our deep dives into Love Island. I'm Vicky Newman, assistant showbiz editor at The Mirror. And of course, I couldn't do this without our very own resident expert, Marcel.
Oh yeah.
How you doing,
How's it
mate?
going, Vic?
Good. How are you?
Do you know what? Like, I'm still amazed by what I witnessed last night.
I am in
Last night,
shock.
it
Yeah,
was
I didn't watch
crazy.
like this. Oh,
It's like the last half an hour. Like, you know, when you go to the cinema and you watch a film, the first half is like really boring, talking, loads of talking, and then it gets to the action for like the final half of the film. That is what happened because it didn't stop. It was just like kissing after kissing, sucking toes after.
so
It
bad.
was crazy.
Yeah.
It was mental.
Yeah, so obviously, as we've alluded to, and I'm sure everybody knows, Casa Amor returned last night. So this is the ultimate test for the Islanders because, they've been in there for a few weeks. Some of them have formed bonds and relationships. They suddenly get thrown into like separate villas with new boys and girls. Can they stay loyal or will the heads be turned? That is the big question. This is the new lineup of girls here who are joining the boys in Casa Amor. And this is Amy, Clarice, Lily, Salma, Mary, and Kayla. And then there's a group of new boys as well, obviously joining the girls in the main villa. That's Dale, Jack, Sam, Harry, Maddie, and Matthew. Always, I think, Marcel, when the boys get this text, like, you've got to sneak out, they're always a bit too excited about it.
Yeah.
Why are they so buzzing to get away from the girls and go in a different villa? Look at
Do you know
them.
what?
So
Do you know what? It's crazy because the actual ringleader of all of the excitement, yeah, obviously Toby was definitely up for it, but Jake was super happy. He was like,
yeah.
"Yeah, boys' holiday." He was going nuts, but like, it's. I think it's one of those things when you're in the villa, literally anything that happens, it could be like you get a text about a challenge, you get a text about anything. Anything is exciting because the majority of the time you were literally just sat around doing nothing. So that to wake up and get that message, you're like the boys are gonna be like, "Oh my god, what's gonna happen?" Everyone should know by now you're going to Casa Amor.
Yeah.
That's it. You know what I mean? Like think about it. Think deeply about what's about to happen. And like, do you know what I mean? I think they naturally get that reaction, but it's like after a while you kind of start realizing this is the ultimate test. This is basically a make or break situation for me and my partner, and I don't really know how to act in this situation. But yeah, like I think you start off excited and then you start to really like think about it. But I don't think the boys have thought about anything really.
Definitely. Like Zoe's doing here, everyone, don't forget, if you want to join in, send a question for Marcel. I mean, one for me if you want, but I don't know as much as he does. Get involved in the comments and we'll read them out. Zoe here is saying that Jake is definitely going to do a Curtis. Now, I've said from the beginning that I didn't think Jake was really into Liberty. And obviously Zoe agrees. What do you think, Marcel?
Do you know what? I feel like the girls are being the girls in Casa Amor are being very courteous to Liberty right now. I think they're not actively making plays for Jake, and I think that is going to work in Jake's favor because I feel like if the girls that the blonde girls that Jake usually goes for, if they did make a play for him, then potentially there might be a bit of drama over the next few days. But
yeah.
I think all of the girls that have come in, they've all made a play for either Tyler, Toby, or Liam. Like Hugo's getting a bit of action, but I think Hugo is again the safe option for all of the girls. Like if they want to get into the villa, just make a play for Hugo. But I think Jake is
the safe option. Yeah, I mean, Jake said straight away to the cameras that there's girls in there that are his type. So he's telling them, "Oh, I've got a girlfriend. In a serious relationship now." But he's that's not what he's saying to the cameras, is it? But there's also a lot of worry about Liam and Millie. Susan said there before that she was worried about it, and Janet is asking, yeah, do we think that Liam is going to pick another girl? I mean, as we saw last night, he did a 3-way kiss with 2 of the new girls.
All right. Yes, the 3-way kiss is crazy. It's absolutely nuts. And if Millie was to witness that, especially the fact that he's holding their heads,
should be heartbroken.
I think she would literally be devastated. 100% she would be devastated. But I don't think Liam is actually going to pick one of those girls and bring her back. I think Liam's going to go back and try to reconcile things with Millie, but I don't know how it's going to play out if Millie gets to see what he's actually been up to. Do you know what I'm saying?
Definitely. I mean, we've got a controversial question here from JJ, considering that you're practically married off, Marcel, but he wants to know which girl you would pick in Casa Amor.
I would leave Casa Amor and go home to my fiance.
Very good answer. Well,
there you go.
You're a good boy, Marcel. I mean,
that's right.
This episode last night, it really showed the difference between the boys and the girls for me, because straight away the boys were like, let's play truth or dare. So they were all wanted to like kiss other girls and everything, but the girls were like, oh, let's play never have I ever, and we can get to know the boys. Like, I just think that says so much about gender politics to me.
It literally says everything. Do you know what? Like, on my season of Love Island, yeah, when we went into Casa Amor, all of the boys were so standoffish with the new girls that the producers had to come in and be like, boys, like, we really need you to just be a bit more welcoming. Talk to the girls. You haven't got to do anything you don't want to do. Just talk to the girls. Like, and literally the whole first day, they literally got nothing out of us, and then the following day, they introduced a challenge against the other villa, which in turn made us like have to like be in competition. And that's when they kind of like got all of the little bits of me like kissing Shannon, which was basically like, they basically said the oldest boy kissed the oldest girl. Yeah, and it was when it like it happened, and I was like, what the hell have I done? I was like the cameras found me, and I was like, oh my god, literally the most shocked I've ever been in my whole entire life. And I think the fact that I was so like, oh my god, what's happened? And the boys this year have literally been like, oh, they were just having the greatest time of their life. They wasn't even thinking about the girls. And I think that shows the difference. I think all of the girls, well, bar Chloe, were thinking about the boys, thinking about what the boys are doing, but the boys were just literally like, yo, we're out here just having fun, new girls, let's 3-way kiss and do whatever we're gonna do. And I think it definitely shows the difference of where the relationships were to each other. Because even Teddy, like, I thought Teddy was like the coolest, relaxed, he wouldn't fall for anything, and he was fully up there, standing up, kissing girls, and I was like, oh mate, Teddy, you're just ruining it for me.
What are they doing?
Ruining it for me.
I mean, Louise has got a very, very interesting question here. You know, she clearly thinks that Jake has got some kind of tactic going into this, and just asking if you think he's trying to win the show by encouraging the other boys to cheat.
Louise, I think you are totally right. Literally, he's come in, he's got the bracelets, he's been thinking about all of the things he's gonna do throughout the show. And like Casa Amor's come now, he's encouraging the girl, oh, like, it's only a bed, like let him sleep with you, this, that, the other. But he's not getting involved in any of the madness. Like, literally all of it, like do you know what? You might not be boyfriend and girlfriend, but if you've been with someone for a reasonable amount of weeks in the show, then you've got a loyalty to that person. You've got a responsibility to like maintain that trust with that person. And I feel like all of the boys, except for Jake, have literally just thrown it to the wayside. Toby, you can't fault Toby, because Toby he's been doing it to all of the girls that he's been coupled up with. So he's just that guy. Do you know what I mean? Like, Toby's just that guy who's gonna be out there playing the field and just trying to kiss as many girls as possible. But the rest of them kind of let me down.
Another brilliant question here from Zoe. I am loving these questions today. Everyone, keep them coming. Zoe also thinks there's tactics, but from Hugo. And you know, you've said in your column you don't think Hugo's going to couple up with anyone properly. But Zoe is asking if you think he's going to bother trying to even connect with anyone, or is he just there to take notes and report back to the girls? Obviously, after what he did for Chloe and Toby situation. What do you think?
Oh my gosh. Hugo has zero bro code when it comes down to it. So there is potential he could be trying to like get the information, because like a million percent, he's gonna go back and tell Abigail about what Toby's been up to, without a doubt. But then again, I think Toby's probably gonna be one of the boys to bring a girl back, because that's just what Toby does. But I think Hugo's definitely gonna bring someone back, but he's definitely 100% not gonna find that spark. He's not gonna find that spark. They're gonna end up on the bench down the bottom of the garden, and they're gonna be calling it off again. Do you know what I mean? Because that's what Hugo does. Hugo's literally survived in the show without making any effort. It's crazy. He's literally made zero effort.
Hugo every year, though, isn't there? There's always a Hugo who like never seems to form a romantic connection with someone, goes from friendship couple to friendship couple, and then a new girl comes in. They'll set the sights on the Hugo, thinking this is an easy pass to get, like, you know, unpack my suitcase in this villa, I'm not going. They always go for that boy who hasn't really formed a connection properly. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was the same with Dr. Alex, wasn't it? Like, everyone who came in was like, oh, I really fancy Dr. Alex. And we were like, do you though? Do you fancy him? Or do you just want a holiday? What's going on?
I think a lot of them really do just want a holiday. And the fact of it is, Hugo needs to pair up with people from week to week to stay on the show. So he's going to pick someone. Do you know what I mean? So if you go in there and make a play for him, it might be you that week. And then the following week, you'll be off again. Do you know what I'm saying? But I think Hugo definitely just... I literally don't know why he's there. I can't see why he's there. Like Casa Amor, he's got a couple kisses, and like he was like, did you notice like all the other boys were being bad and kissing girls, but Hugo, when he got his opportunities to kiss the girls, he was kissing them for 15 minutes. Yeah, literally the longest kisses I've ever seen, and it was getting a bit like, oh come on, I don't want to see that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think anyone wants to see Hugo kissing anyone.
It's the noises for me. I really wish the Love Island producers would consider like turning the mics down.
That sound engineer, he's definitely tweaking it. Every time it gets to a kiss, it's like... It makes us it's a bit much.
Ill. There's no need, okay? Just quiet little kisses in the corner and keep it to yourself, right? I mean, Deb here is asking, do you think that Hugo really does have feelings for Chloe? Obviously, he tried to have that chat with her, but made out like, you know, oh, no, I'm not trying to actually couple up with you, don't worry. Like, it was very strange. And I really noticed on the night of the recoupling, the night when the couples were up for nation and Hugo and Chloe were saved, it really looked to me like he went in to kiss on the lips and she kind of turned at the last minute. What do you think?
I think he definitely did. I think he definitely went in for the kiss, and then like he kind of like tried to like pretend like he didn't as well, like, oh, I'm gonna go for a cuddle. But I do feel like Hugo really fancies Chloe. He really does fancy Chloe. But Hugo's done that thing of liking someone so much that like he's literally sacrificed all respect that he's gonna get from the boys watching the show, because he's literally just put everything out there for this girl who doesn't like you back. And when you see that, you kind of think to yourself, bruv, like, you've had so many options to like build connections with other girls, but you're going for a girl who obviously doesn't fancy you. She hasn't given him any signs of fancying him.
No.
But he's made this massive gesture just to kind of like be seen by her, and then it's like kind of backfired, because that the conversation when he walked over and he was like he was like giggling to himself, and then he was like, I'm not trying to crack on with you, I swear down, but I'm just thinking, do you feel like there's potentially anything between us? Like, bruv, you are trying to crack on. That's 100% cracking on. You can't laugh your way out of being rejected. Like, it's literally, you were laughing because you knew how ridiculous what you was about to do was, and he's done it, got pied, and it's literally like he needs to like move on from it. And but I don't know if, like, I think Casa Amor came at the right time for him, because he can get his mind off it, and everyone will be kind of distracted away from what he's actually done the last week. But I don't see it. Like, I think he might pair up with Amy, because he was like, oh, like, Amy's really nice, but then again, Amy's not his type, so who knows.
It is very interesting with Hugo, like the way he's kind of acted in the villa, and obviously, you know, he's come off as he's the nice guy, and unfortunately, you know, girls take a long time to realize that they want a nice guy, don't they? Like, they want the bad boy until they realize that that's not what they should want. But Hugo obviously has that obstacle, but then he's also, like you say, kind of breaking bro code, and he wants to be sort of seen as the one boy that the girls can all rely on and trust. It's a very interesting tactic.
I feel like there's a quote from a Batman film, which is, you can be the hero until you become the villain. Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel like Hugo definitely was the nice guy. He was Mr. Sweet. But now I'm starting to see a lot of little like I don't want to say snaky things, but like there's a lot of like things that I'm a bit like, oh, that's a bit suspect, bruv. Oh, you're doing a bit, that was a bit weird. Like I feel like the facade that he was putting on of being this nice guy, but I think he was being a nice guy because he was rejected at the start. So he was like, if I'm really nice, everyone will like me. But then I feel like that show is starting to crack a little bit, and you're starting to see shades of the real Hugo. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like I'm not too sure in him.
I mean, Jackie's asking here, do you think that Kaz is going to go with any of the new guys? Because obviously she's, you know, sort of not met anyone for a long time, and then Tyler's come along and it seemed all perfect, and like they seem so good together. What do you think?
So I think it's a situation where Kaz was she's been waiting. Everyone's been rooting for her to find this guy. This guy's come in. He's like a handsome guy, like very confident, talking, giving us all the talk. But to see Tyler and the way he was acting last night, after being acting so smitten and everything like that with Kaz, to see all of those actions last night, and a lot of the girls came in and were like, oh, like Tyler's in my top three. So like he's obviously thinking, oh, like I've got options here. Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel like, honestly, Tyler may attempt to take a new girl home. I feel like he might, like just based on the actions from last night and that kind of vibe. But at the same time, I think Kaz may get a little nudge just to be like wary, because she's one of the fan favorites. She's one of the most popular people on the show. So if Tyler was to attempt to bring someone home, there would definitely be like just a little maybe you should like just have your things open to new people. Do you know what I'm saying? Because like there was some hints of that on my season of the show.
Okay, interesting. Kim here is asking, don't you think that Hugo's getting hints from the producers? He's always talking to the girls and letting them down 5 minutes before the recouplings. What do you make of that? Is Hugo being steered by the producers, do you think?
Do you know what? Like the fact that he goes to the same bench to have his breakup chat might be something that the producers are like, you know what, like let's get Hugo to do his breakup chat. But the thing is, like throughout the week of the new people being in there, you'll be having the conversations in the beach hut. Is it the beach hut?
Yeah.
Yeah, you bet. Well, I forgot what it's called. You can have the conversations in the beach hut, and they'll be kind of gauging how you're feeling about the new person that's come in or whatever it is. So they'll know if you're feeling them or not. So it'll literally be a situation of like when it's coming closer to the recouplings or coming closer to the dumplings, whatever it's going to be, they'll ask you to have certain chats and have certain conversations, so the storyline is where it needs to be. So when it comes to the coupling, like you don't know whether or not they're gonna pick, or you do know that Hugo's not picking this person because so there's a bit of drama. So like when everything was called off with Georgia, you were like, so who's he gonna pick then? Like you was confused because you was thinking like
Georgia seemed perfect for him, didn't she? I was really sad that she left so early.
Yeah, because she was actually a really good character, and I think she kind of had like a, not a sense of like normal like normality, but like she seemed very down to earth with her personality. Do you know what I mean? So and there was a few like on scene bits that kind of were circulating when she was talking to Lucinda about her annoying voice, and I was like, that's the kind of person that you want to see more of on the show, but they didn't show those bits. They didn't show her and her personality during the main show. So
yeah, I feel like she's the kind of girl that like I would identify with more. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't look like all these like stunning Instagram influencers. Like I don't really identify with them as much. But with her, like I just felt like, yeah, and I know what you're saying, like normal's not the right word, because what is normal?
Yeah,
but
exactly.
It just seemed like sort of your girl next door type, put it that way. Yeah, so let's round it up then with predictions. Who is going to stay loyal and whose head is going to be turned?
All right, so predictions: Jake and Liberty, they're going to be fine. Jake's playing the game. He knows what he's doing. Okay. Toby, I reckon Toby's coming in with a new girl. But I think Abigail likes Dale, so there's potential there. But at the same time, Dale was making saying how much he fancies Kaz. So who knows? You know what I mean? There could be a bit of drama there. But I think Teddy. Hopefully, Teddy's head doesn't turn. But at the same time, if his head if he goes back, I think he's going to get a hard time from Faye, because Faye she's let down her walls, and then he's done all of this. Do you know what I mean? And it will literally probably put a guard up again, and he'll be in a losing battle trying to like break it down by the end of the show. Millie and Liam, they were so strong, but he's literally he's ruined it for himself, I think, a little bit. The 100% they should use the picture of him holding the two girls' necks and giving them the freeway kiss, because that in itself is ridiculous. It's madness.
It is. I mean, with Casa Amor, though, obviously, you know, it makes great viewing, you know, but at the same time, like, I think this is a good test for the couples, because if your head's going to be turned, it's going to happen some point. So would you rather it happened like when you're 2 weeks into a relationship, or when, you know, like right down the line where you're really invested in everything? It's in a way it's better to just rip the plaster off and find out early days, isn't it?
It's true. But the thing with Love Island, being in there for like, I think it's like we're on to week 5 now. Yeah. Being in there for this amount of time, it feels like you've been with that person for a year. Do you know what I'm saying? So like it's a very surreal kind of environment. It's like the bubble is fully there. So like when something happens within that bubble, it's like it affects everything. So it will affect the vibe in the villa. We might probably even see like some of the people that we thought would be getting to the final going home. Do you know what I'm saying? Like because like viewing it, I was like, nah, boys, what are you not doing? You can't do this. You're doing too much. If it was like one of them done a kiss and it was like oh my god, like I can't believe I've done that. Cool. Yeah. But if it's all of them getting up, kissing girls, like kissing the same girls, kissing 3 girls at a time, and then all of this stuff, it's like you're doing too much.
I'm sorry, but like introducing a game of truth or dare, like that is a classic, like, you know, teenager, young boy, first ever mixed boy-girl party. Like, oh, let's play truth or dare so I can kiss some girls.
Who actually came up with it? Was it Jake, or was it? It was either Jake or Toby.
Well, I think
it was Toby.
I think Kim says it was Toby.
Yeah, see, Why are they listening to Toby? Toby's the worst guy in there. He's the worst guy in there.
Influence, guys.
You know what I mean?
Don't
He's literally the ringleader of badness. You don't want to follow him. He's not a role model. So the fact that he's introducing it so he can crack on with new girls is literally insane. And for the other boys to not have enough willpower to be like, you know what, like,
yeah,
I don't really want to get involved in this. Like, or like, if they say to give him a kiss him on the cheek. You haven't got to give him a full-on snog. Do you know what I mean? Kiss him on the cheek, kiss him on the hand or something like that.
No, exactly. Like you say, there's a way out of it. And I'm sorry, there's no consequences. If you turn around and go, no, sorry, I'm not going to do that because I'm with a girl that I like, nothing's going to happen to you.
Who's gonna fight you? Who's gonna fight you? On my season, it was a challenge in order to win something for your villa, like to win a party for your villa.
There was nothing in it for last night.
There was no compensation.
Yeah. But look, whatever happens, okay, it's going to be a very interesting week, isn't it?
Yes.
It's Casa Amor. And we'll be back obviously next week to discuss what's happened in Love Island since. Apologies to anyone who was watching who didn't get the question answered. We do try our best to get through as many as we can, but hopefully Dr. Marcel has spilled enough tea for you to get you through to the next week, okay? And we'll see you soon. Thanks, Marcel.
See ya.